Hello and welcome to Kinetic Circus Workshop's Mr. Paul's Tutorials! This is contact juggling isolations. Hello! First of all, we're going to put the ball on the back of one of our hands, place the other hand on top, and then gently roll our arms together up to our elbows and back to our hands. The ball should stay in the centre of you whilst you move your arms and it looks like it's floating. We can also do rolls. Now, when we do the rolls, make sure to keep your palms facing down. So we're going to roll, and now we're going to try a combination. We'll go over the front as well, so fingertip to fingertip, and back to the start. We're going to try and put this all together, so roll up to the elbows, back to the hands, roll over the front, up to the elbows, and back to the hands. It's a very simple sequence, but as you can see already, it looks very effective. Now, to add a little bit more drama, a bit more flair into what you're doing, as we push up to the elbows, we flick our fingers out and come back. Just adds a little bit of drama to what's going on. If you're feeling a bit floaty and a bit magical, we can also do this where we wiggle our fingers, which just kind of makes it look a bit like it's magic. So there we go. Now the next kind of isolation is a curl, like this. I'm going to take you through the steps of how to do this. Look, it's floating! The steps of how to do this. So first of all, hold your arms straight and turn the ball left and right. Again, all isolations make the object you're isolating look like it's floating. We are of course turning the object around its own centre all the time. There's different exercises as you can see me doing here, so we can push up and down, and effectively what we're learning here is to rotate the ball around all of its different axes, so through the top, the sides, the middle, etc, etc. I'm going to show you that close up in a moment so you can understand. This one is making the wrist go over the top of the ball, and again we can see the ball looks like it's staying still. The full isolation of the curl here, as I show you from close up, we're actually making a circle around the ball with our wrist, and as you can see my elbows moving up and down quite a bit here too to allow the move to happen. With all isolations, learn them in both hands, backwards and forwards. So this next idea is moving the ball left and right. So we're going to trace a line left to right, and when we stop on each point of the line, turn the ball and make our wrist take the ball to where we want it to go. We're going to use the same kind of idea here, but draw a square. So we're going to hit each point of the square and stop on each point. And now using the same technique, we're going to turn our wrist to where we want the ball to go. So we're isolating on each corner of the square before moving the ball along the line. That will give you this effect here. Now we're going to change that slightly and move through the centre of the square. We're still hitting the corners, but we're bisecting, we're going through the centre and making this kind of half H shape here. Again, turn the ball, let your wrist lead the move, so we can also isolate on every point of the square and the line we're making. So every time you stop on the point, keep isolating. Also, we can start to work quicker, so we can just make up lines in front of us, just draw shapes in front of you, isolating on each point, and pretty soon you can see the ball starts to take on a life of its own. Okay, that's the basics on isolations with contact juggling. Again, I hope you've enjoyed the tutorial and it's been useful. As always, hit me up at www.kineticworkshops.com. This has been Mr. Paul's Tutorials. Thank you very much for watching. Cheerio!